The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they will be led out by a young man making his first NFL start.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 21 carries, 82 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Off the play fake, Watkins. And incomplete on the deep ball. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to be incomplete.
That was a first third down try in the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. First carry for Nick Chubb. 7 yards there and a first down. The Browns at 7-2 here on the year. They were losers last time out, but winners of 7 of 9 prior to that.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he is going to have a Browns first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And we know all about the importance of this ball game. Sure, we're still just in the middle part of the season, but this one you feel could have ramifications down the line.
Right now you're looking at these two teams as being the number 1 and 2 seeds in the NFC, and I know it's a little early to start worrying about seeding and such, but let's face it, if these two meet again, the winner of this game could be the one hosting that game that they play down the road.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw. Watkins. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And taken at the 46. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost. Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense humming here in the early going.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Back to throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Elijah Moore from 6 yards away. And the Browns lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. On 1st down, Watkins. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 3rd down, Watkins. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
On now is the Titans punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. And he is going to get this close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the Titans 31. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. Able to slither by. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up 1st downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Here we go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll set up to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
10 yards gets them closer, but now it's 4th and goal. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Watkins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Watkins. He finds his man. Complete. That's Burns. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Cleveland offense making their way out.
And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 11. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the 1st time tonight. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football.
The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this 1st half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
On 1st and 10, Watkins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Off-play action, Watkins. And he will find his man on the outside. Throwing on 1st down, Watkins. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where you see the final score there. Patrick Mahomes strong in the win as his guys start the 2nd half with a victory that moves them to 6-3 on the year. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Jamison Williams, a touchdown catch in the victory. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Carolina Panthers. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that 1st half. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. And meanwhile, for the Titans, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here are the Browns to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start the 3rd quarter on the ground with Hunt. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. 7 yards there and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Second and 2. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 22.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Back to throw again. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Right back to Njoku. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Chubb again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. Chubb, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. Watkins to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watkins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Watkins. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And he's got some space here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
A give running right is Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Back now in Nashville. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the 4th quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Second and 4. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Browns add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2.
Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Throwing to start the drive. Watkins. He finds his man. Complete. That's Burns. On 1st down, Watkins. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Watkins. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much of that offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. They'll run. It's Henry. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go option to the short side. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 34.
So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They'll try again with Chubb. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Point after try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field and they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
On 1st and 10, Watkins.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. Time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Cleveland, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.